Hi guys! Today I'm going to show you how to make coconut chutney. This is authentic Kerala coconut chutney. It's perfect with breakfast, with dosas and idlis, or snacks like vada. I'll put my dosa and idli recipes right below in the description if you want to make that along with the coconut chutney. First we'll need grated coconut. You can use fresh grated coconut or frozen like I'm using today. This is so much easier, faster, and it is often better than the fresh coconut, at least the ones I get nearby, because you don't know what it's going to look like inside. The fresh coconut could be rancid. It's not exactly fresh. It's been sitting around for a while. Of course, if you live in a tropical climate and you can get fresh coconuts year-round, it's better to use the fresh ones than the frozen. We'll also need some fresh ginger, curry leaves for tempering, green chilies. At the end for tempering, we'll need mustard seeds and dried red chilies. This is Urad Dal. It's optional, but it is tasty and we'll use it when tempering. We'll need a blender. I usually use my Vitamix, but it's got a really big jar and I won't be making a big quantity. So I'm using this Preeti mixer grinder, and I will put a full review of this grinder on my other channel, Best Kitchen Reviews. To the jar, we'll add 1.5 cups of the grated coconut. If you're using frozen, it's a good idea to leave the coconut out at least for a few minutes so it's not rock hard. Snap the stems off the green chilies, break them in half, and add it to the jar. I'm adding 2 green chilies, and even that is very spicy. These are spicy green chilies. So if you like it mild, just add 1. And you can always add more at the end. Of course, if you are used to really spicy food, as many as you would like. Salt, I like to add about 1/4 teaspoon first and then taste and add more later. Hot water, especially because we're using frozen coconut. If you're using fresh, it's okay to use room temperature water. I'll add just a little bit of water now and add more when blending. So I've got the ginger in the jar, coconut, green chilies, and salt. I'm a purist. I don't like to add too much to my white coconut chutney. Sometimes I don't even add the ginger. So if you don't have ginger, you don't even have to use it, but it adds some more flavor. Some people even like to put dal in here. I'm not a big fan of that, so I just put coconut, and I really just want to taste the coconut and nothing else. Put the lid on and pulse it a few times. Scrape it down and add some more water. Blend it on low speed and go up to higher speed. Add more water so it blends smoothly. The coconut's completely processed and it's ready. See, the consistency is thick, but not too thick. It shouldn't be watery and it shouldn't be too thick. For the tempering, heat up a little pot. Add a tablespoon of coconut oil. When the oil's very hot, add the mustard seeds, 1 teaspoon. They'll start to sputter. Add the 1 teaspoon of urad dal, mix it, and wait until the dal turns golden brown. It'll take just a few seconds. You don't want the dal to be burnt, just golden brown. That looks good. Now add the red chilies. I don't like to break them because once you break them, the juice comes out and your white chutney is going to be more red. It's not going to be pure white. Plus, I'm only adding the red chilies for a little bit of flavor, not the heat. We'll add the curry leaves, but first wash them and make sure they're completely dry. If there's any water on them, they'll splatter even more when they hit the oil. And you definitely don't want to get hit with hot oil. Turn the heat off and add the coconut. Pour a little bit of water into the jar to get all the remaining coconut and just pour that into the pot. It's good to have a little bit of water to loosen the chutney since it is very thick. Some people like it more loose, and if you do, you can add a little bit of hot water. We turn the heat off because you don't want to cook the coconut or boil it. You just want it to be warmed through. Mix that all in, go ahead and taste it, and add more salt if you need to. I always end up adding more salt. It's according to your taste, of course, but it needs salt because the coconut is sweet. And the chilies are spicy, so the salt will balance that. With very few simple ingredients, you can make the perfect white coconut chutney. Especially if you're using frozen coconut, start to finish, it takes less than 10 minutes. More like 5 actually, because there's no prep. The coconut just takes 2 minutes to blend, and the tempering takes 30 seconds. It takes me literally 5 minutes to make this chutney, especially because I make it often. I hope you give this a try and also make the dosas or idlis. It's such a tasty vegetarian breakfast. It's also vegan. And once you get the hang of it, you'll be making it a lot. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.